a new home for a while. Let me feel alive.
What are you doing?
Well, apparently the rain followed us, so now we're setting up in the rain. How good.
Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt.
It's not very often we get it that perfect.
Hey!
Spot on. And we've used timber. We haven't used the ramps.
Because the ramps keep slipping on the gravel. That's my wet shoes from the lake. But yeah.
Winner, winner. I don't think we're having chicken for dinner.
Hey guys, so we've been in the Atherton Tablelands the last week and a bit. It's been hectic. We've been at like different places each night. So we normally spend about 2 nights at each place, just so that we have time to relax, etc., and see everything. But we've kind of been go. So we've only been spending 1 night at each place.
Yeah, so smashing everything out.
Yeah, so we haven't had time to film. So this is kind of a summary of Atherton, and then
the Tablelands, yeah.
Yeah, the Tablelands. And we'll just do footage in between. Cool. So our first stop was Millamilla. We stayed in Millamilla Tourist Park. It was a big drive-through site.
Yeah, mint spot. Actually,
Yeah.
they probably got the best side of the place.
Yeah.
Overlooking the golf course.
One benefit of being up here at this time is that there's oodles of space, and we've been getting
almost a star treatment, I suppose. You'd almost put it. Like, they sort of, I think because it's their slow season, they're happy to see you. They sort of not go above and beyond, but, you know, sort of maybe give you a little bit extra or whatnot, which we've got a few times, which is nice.
Yeah, like double sites. We actually did get free power and water at one site, but
Yeah.
we won't mention
Yeah, we won't
the
tell you
name.
who, but yeah.
But that was really nice.
Yeah, they were awesome, that campsite.
But yeah, so this one, it backed onto a golf course, so it was just really pretty. Yeah, only 1 night, but power and water. Power and water at 1 night, had to write it down, was $37.45 we paid.
Yeah, which is pretty decent. I think anything under $40 is, I think we're happy to pay for a caravan park. But yeah, so while we're in Millamilla, there's a waterfall drive. And again, I've got notes because we're shocking with this.
It's like a loop, a waterfall loop.
Waterfall loop. So you got Xylee Falls.
I guess it depends which way you go from.
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
started at Xylee Falls.
Xylee Falls, Ellinger Falls, and then we finished off with Millamilla Falls.
Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way.
So that probably took us an hour, I suppose. We're just cruising, yeah. By the time you walk to each waterfall, not huge walks. I do like a waterfall close to a car park. I'm not big on the hiking part of it, but
He tries. He comes with me eventually.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I got me hiking pluggers on, so
His pluggers are going to break. Like, he just wears them. So if we do 2Ks, 3Ks, whatever, I'm in my hiking boots and he just wears his flopping pluggers.
yeah,
But anyway.
all rounders they are. But yeah, so that's what we did in Millamilla. I'm sure there's more to do, but yeah, we were just...
Well, we did that, and then in the morning, we then made our way to
Yungaburra, probably only half an hour from Millamilla. And I suppose the reason we did such short stops was to sort of bring things closer to where we were based. So, because a lot of the waterfalls are in national parks, we can't take the dogs. So we would move short distances so that we were closer to the things, so we didn't have to leave the dogs for a long time. They are fine, like they love it. They honestly do. We said it a few times.
They're perfect travel dogs. Like they just sleep. They're not energetic, hypo, need to be, you know, walked all the time.
They're very good. So we usually, when we do like a national park, we'll take them somewhere they can go for the morning. We'll take them for a good walk, get the energy out, and then we'll leave them in the van with the aircon on, or if it's cool enough, just with the windows open, and we'll go for an hour or so. But yeah, Yungaburra, we stayed at Lakeside Motor Inn. We actually did no power, no water at this one, and that was $31, but perfect little spot on the dam.
Yeah, we kind of chose options that you could have power or water if you needed to, but the weather was just so inconsistent. I guess even like half an hour away from each place, it was 7 degrees cooler or hotter or rain or...
Well, we came from super hot.
Yeah.
So we were actually more looking at power and water for the dogs and the aircon.
Yeah, so that's
we would be fine, but just looking after them. But we sort of just played it by, I don't know, how it felt when we hopped out of the car and if we were getting power or not.
Yeah, so I think we ended up taking them everywhere that day. We didn't actually leave
Yungaburra
them.
was pretty good for dogs, so that was a bonus.
Yeah, so we went from Millamilla to Yungaburra, and before we got to, we actually did Curtain Fig. We went and saw
Curtain Fig, yeah, so that's just out of Yungaburra. No dogs on that boardwalk, but it's only like a little 10-minute walk. We just left him in the car.
Like you can see the car.
Yeah, you can see it. It's cool how it's like 3 trees that have actually almost formed one. But we've got footage of that, so you'll see that in a sec.
We also went to Lake Etcham, and it is like green blue water, so crystal clear. People are swimming. There is a sign that says there's freshwater sharks.
Crocs.
Oh, crocs. Freshwater crocs. But people don't seem too bothered. I think they're only small.
Yeah.
Bite your toe off maybe or something.
Just have a little nibble.
There's turtles, everything. So beautiful Lake Etcham. We took the dogs through Peterson Creek walking track. That was dog friendly, which was awesome. We saw a couple of platypuses, but we were too slow to actually film them.
Yeah, and probably a little bit too early in the day. So people reckon we're between 4 and 6 is their main
we were probably there about
and we were
midday.
probably 1 o'clock-ish sort of.
Yeah, so they're
time.
not as active.
Not as active, but we did see 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool, seeing them in the wild, but
yeah, we walked all the way to the end to, what was it, like
a train bridge.
Yeah.
An old train bridge.
Old train bridge.
But
yeah, it was a nice walk.
Yeah, nice little cruisy walk and along the creek, and yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, so that was Yungaburra.
Yungaburra.
And then the next stop was Atherton itself, which again it was literally 18 k's from the place beforehand.
Yeah.
But now we know, which is fine. We ended up staying in NRMA van park.
Yeah, I think it's a Big 4/NRMA.
And we've never stayed in the Big 4 because usually it's more expensive due to all the facilities like pools, playground, etc. Stuff.
They're very
need.
usually very family orientated.
Yeah.
Like have a lot of stuff for kids.
Yeah,
which would be cool, but yeah.
Yeah, but then this one, there was another option, but this one just had like nicer reviews and was around the same price. So we ended up staying there and we're really glad we did. The guy, what was his name? Sean, he was so nice, like just happy to have a chat, like came down with us, like helped us park even though he's like a pro backer. And then he just directed us where to go. Even as far as like on the last day, he's like, oh, if you're like looking at property around here, just give me a call.
Yeah, and above and beyond, really, above and beyond. Again, off-peak season, so again, they're happy to see people in there.
Yeah.
So
we got a double site there as well.
Yeah, they put us on 2, which was awesome. We had a bit more room for the car, but again, there weren't that many people there. So again, happy to see us go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Just sort of let us take over 2 sites and
like just like even like to know our names and to introduce himself and. Yeah, anyway, he was awesome. And then as well as, so staying there, it cost $68. We ended up staying 2 nights. So that was 2 nights, $68. We went unpowered, but we didn't
need it. Yeah.
But with staying there, they also gave us like a whole sheet of discount vouchers for the area, which was sick.
Yeah, local shops.
So we only had like 2 pieces of chicken in the freezer. Like that was all we had left. The fridge was empty. So we planned on doing our shop in Atherton anyway, and we got like 10% off IGA.
10% off a butcher in
10%
town.
10% off a butcher as well.
We
used it at, we went to Gallo
Dairy.
Dairyland,
which is like cheese and chocolate.
It's pretty famous in that area.
Yeah, and it was a cool spot. We definitely got our 10% off.
Yeah, we spent a bit.
Yeah, but like cheeses and chocolates and just, I don't know, good country food, I suppose. Like
there's like a cafe there and it smelled amazing, but we already kind of bought enough because we bought some like Christmas presents while we were there.
Yeah, it worked out. But yeah, that's a perfect spot. So yeah, discount for, I think they're about it came about 8 or so discount cards. I think we nearly used half of them.
Yeah.
Just awesome. IGA, Butcher, Gallo. I feel like there's one more we used, but I can't quite remember.
You can get a discount in the Crystal Caves. But we didn't really, we went in there and we did a bit of a shop, or just like had a look around, but didn't go.
It's discount into the tour.
Yeah.
But it didn't sort of interest us, I suppose. Yeah. Crystal.
So that was the first day, and then we didn't do much that afternoon. We kind of just settled in, and then the next day,
well, the weather sort of turned a little bit average too.
That's true.
Which I think sort of made us stay an extra day. But funny enough, we actually went back to Yarrangborough for the market, so it actually worked out that their monthly markets were on that Saturday. So chockers,
we
so
were
many.
Surprised.
Dog friendly too, so we took the dogs in. They were both very well behaved, which was good. Sonny got so many pats.
Every time, like, so I'd take Luna and then I'd turn around thinking like, where's Cameron? And he is just like swamped with people. Some people asked if they could pat and some people didn't.
They just came up and just patted him.
Fine, he's friendly, but if he wasn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't have him in the markets, I suppose. But yeah, he loved it. He had a good morning. So we did that in the morning.
But so we spoke to a local and they said like that is the place to be if you're in Cairns or if you're, where else do you say, from Townsville even? Like he just said people come from far
everywhere
and wide
for those markets.
So yeah, you had to park.
Heaps of stuff.
Yeah, you had to park a little bit away. So get in early. I don't think we were there early. I think maybe we were there about 10. It starts at 8.
Yeah, we parked. We had a bit of a hike in, but
that was alright.
Yeah. But yeah, it was awesome little walk around that and see the local markets and
we joked that we should have like a stall, like a free pat stall, and just like put out a
donations. I reckon we would have made a killing off Sunny. We would have paid for a couple of weeks' fuel at least. But yeah, and then we got to Shaylee's Strawberries.
Yeah.
Just a little like strawberry farm on the edge of town. Has a little cafe and stuff in there and some very very delicious strawberry gelato.
Yeah, and got like soft serve gelato.
Yeah, soft serve. You can get a big like take home tub. Then I think they must have done some basic meals and tea and coffee and whatnot as well.
Yeah, you can get gluten-free cones or cups.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a nice little stop as well.
Yep.
But that's...
Oh, and then where we were staying across the road is like an orchard.
Orchid.
Orchid.
Flowers.
Little flower shop, I guess. Yeah. We went over there.
Well, one afternoon we walked the dogs, just walked across the road and had a bit of a bo peep and
had a bit of a chat.
Check that out. But there's so much more to do there. You could definitely spend some more time around here, I reckon, and
you wouldn't even see it all. Like we met up with some friends along the way and they live in Cairns and like they've come down so many times and they're like there's just more and more to see every time.
Yeah, something new every time. But unfortunately we're on a little bit of a timeline now, being back in Brisbane for Christmas. And we're just trying to punch out as much as we can, but we're still like loving it. Like I don't feel rushed. And yeah, we're just sort of being a bit more strategic and going past places, sort of seeing places on the way to other places, if that makes sense. So we're not doubling back and
we have to be a bit more organised for the Atherton week.
Even though we have no idea where we are tonight.
Well, we've kind of done it. But yeah, the last week, almost 2 weeks, we've had to really like plan, and it's been a lot of hours of trying to not double back, so trying to plan where we should go.
Being
so
a bit
we don't
more,
have to do...
what's the word? Economical, I suppose, and
with fuel.
Not just like fuel, but just so we're not, ending up here but then going back halfway.
Which we ended up doing anyway.
We did
because there was like recommendations people made while we were there, and we're like, oh, we should have done that on the way. But as we said, they weren't far away from each other.
Atherton, that Tablelands is all pretty within probably an hour or so of each other. So
yeah, we really loved it.
Love it.
It's
beautiful country.
Yeah, rainforest farm, nice and green, a little bit cool, like it was really good.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy the footage. I think that's about it for the Tablelands, I think.
Yeah, so we've just left
Mariba,
which
we're debating if it's actually Tablelands or not. So if it's in this video, we've decided. If it's not, it's in the next one. We've decided it's not Tablelands.
But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Love you now.